Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Lab of Wonders. Today, we're diving into the world of secret agents and edible art. Ready to become a science spy? Your first mission, should you choose to accept it, is to create a message that disappears and then reappears. All you need is a lemon, a cotton swab, a piece of paper, and a heat source like a lamp or a hairdryer. First, squeeze some lemon juice into a small bowl. Dip your cotton swab into the juice, just like it's your invisible ink pen. Now, write your secret message on the paper. At first, you won't see anything. The message has vanished. It looks like a blank sheet. Let it dry completely. Now for the big reveal. This is where the magic happens. Gently heat the paper. You can hold it near a warm light bulb or use a hairdryer on a low setting. Be very careful and make sure an adult is helping you with this part. As the paper warms up, watch closely. Slowly but surely, your hidden letters will start to appear, turning a brownish color. How cool is that? So, what's the science behind our spy craft? It's all about a chemical reaction called oxidation. Lemon juice is a weak acid, and when you heat it, the acid causes the part of the paper you wrote on to oxidize, or burn, faster than the rest of the paper. This oxidation process turns the lemon juice brown, revealing your secret message. You didn't just send a hidden note, you unlocked the power of chemistry. Now that you've mastered the art of invisible ink, get ready for our next experiment. We're about to turn a handful of candy into a vibrant, swirling piece of living science art. Let's head to the kitchen and grab some colorful, hard-shelled candies. You know the ones I'm talking about. For this experiment, you'll need a white plate, some of those colorful candies, and a little bit of warm water. The setup is super simple. Arrange the candies in a circle around the edge of the plate. You can create a pattern, alternate colors, or just place them randomly. The more colorful, the better. Make sure they're all touching the surface of the plate. Now for the moment of truth. Slowly and carefully, pour a little bit of warm water into the center of the plate. You only need enough to cover the bottom of the plate and just touch the candies. Don't pour it directly on them. Now, step back and watch. Within seconds, you'll see the colors start to bleed from the candies and move towards the center of the plate. It's like a rainbow explosion in slow motion. The colors stretch out in beautiful streams, creating an incredible work of art. But here's the most amazing part. The colors don't mix right away. They flow alongside each other, forming distinct lines and patterns. It's mesmerizing to watch. Why does this happen? The science here is called stratification, and it's all about density and diffusion. The candy shells are made of sugar and food coloring. When you add warm water, the sugar and coloring start to dissolve. This creates a solution of sugar water that is denser, or heavier than the plain water. Because you arranged the candies around the edge, the dissolving sugar water from each candy starts to flow towards the center of the plate, where there's less sugar concentration. The reason the colors don't mix immediately is due to water stratification. Each stream of color has a slightly different sugar concentration, creating layers that resist mixing. Eventually, over time, diffusion will take over and the colors will blend together into a brownish mix, but for the first few minutes, you get this stunning, separated rainbow effect. So you've created a temporary masterpiece with just candy and water. Think about all the different patterns you could try. What happens if you use cold water instead of warm water? Does it change the speed? What if you arrange the candies in a square or a spiral? Each change creates a new piece of art. The possibilities are endless. Let's combine our spy skills with our artistic flair for one final, mind-blowing experiment. We're going to make a volcano. But not just any volcano, a fizzy, colorful, erupting volcano that you can make right in your kitchen. Here's what you'll need: a small bottle or cup to act as your volcano chamber, some baking soda, vinegar, a bit of dish soap, and some red or orange food coloring to make it look like lava. To make it look even more like a volcano, you can build a mountain around your bottle using clay, Play-Doh, or even just some dirt in the backyard. First, place your bottle in a tray or a pan to catch the lava flow. You don't want to make a mess. Add a couple of tablespoons of baking soda into the bottle. Then squeeze in a few drops of your food coloring and a good squirt of dish soap. The dish soap is our secret ingredient to make the eruption extra foamy and long-lasting. Give the bottle a little swirl to mix the baking soda, soap, and coloring together. Now stand back and get ready for the eruption. It's time to add the vinegar. Slowly pour about half a cup of vinegar into the bottle and watch the magic happen. Instantly, you'll see a massive stream of fizzy foam erupt from the top of your volcano, cascading down the sides. It looks just like a real volcanic eruption, full of bubbles and color. The reaction is so cool and happens right before your eyes. So what's the science behind our fizzy volcano? It's another classic chemical reaction, this time between an acid and a base. Vinegar is an acid and baking soda is a base. When you mix them together, they react to create a gas called carbon dioxide. This is the same gas that makes the bubbles in your fizzy drinks. The reaction happens so fast that it produces a huge amount of carbon dioxide gas all at once. This gas needs to escape, so it pushes all the liquid, the water, the soap, the food coloring up and out of the bottle. The dish soap traps the gas bubbles, creating that awesome, thick foam that looks just like lava. You've just witnessed the power of chemistry in a safe and spectacular way. You can experiment with this, too. What happens if you add more baking soda or more vinegar? Does the temperature of the water matter? Try it out and see how you can change the size and speed of your eruption. From secret messages written with lemon juice to candy rainbows and homemade volcanoes, we've seen today how everyday items can be used to unlock the secrets of science. Science isn't just something that happens in a fancy laboratory. It's all around us, waiting to be discovered. It's in the kitchen, in our art projects, and even in our games. The best way to learn is by doing, by getting your hands a little messy and asking what if. So I encourage you to try these experiments at home with a parent's help, of course. Be a spy, be an artist, be a volcanologist for a day. Explore the world around you with curiosity and wonder, because you never know what amazing discoveries you'll make. Thanks so much for joining me on this scientific adventure today. I had a blast, and I hope you did too. If you enjoyed these experiments, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more fun science you can do at home. Don't forget to share your own experiment results in the comments below. I'd love to see what you create. Until next time, stay curious.